Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about my experience at TXT's Tomorrow by Together's Act Promise tour, plus a mini vlog. I meant to vlog this whole experience, but quite a lot of things had happened and I just didn't have the mindset or the mind or the willpower to vlog more. So I have videos and I will use them as little visual aspects of me telling my experience verbally. But yeah, I'm kind of sad that I didn't vlog, but again, a lot of things went on. There was car troubles, things like that, and just quite a lot. I had VIP, so I was trying to mentally prepare myself for all of that. So I just poorly vlogged. But I'm going to be telling you guys about my experience with going to see TXT at their Act Promise tour, plus having VIP. If you're new here, my name is Hadley. I make lifestyle, fashion, K-pop content here on YouTube. I also have a TikTok I will link down below. But yeah, I've been a fan of K-pop since 2020, and I've vlogged my whole experience with K-pop. I've been in YouTube for a while. My first group that I ever loved, and I still love, they're still my ults, is BTS, but my second ults are TXT, and I was technically around during Blue Hour, but I wasn't an avid I love TXT, I just listen to their music. But my first comeback was during Freeze, and technically my first bias was Subin, but once I started to get to know them more, I loved a little quiet one who is not really that quiet anymore, Tan. So my bias is Tan, but I've seen TXT 6 times now. I saw them at Lollapalooza in 2022. I saw them on their Act Sweet Mirage tour in Los Angeles at BMO, and I have vlogged both of those experiences. And then I also saw them headline at Lolla last year, which I also vlogged. So I'm sad that I didn't get a whole individual vlog for this, but it's okay. We're here now. So yeah, 6 times, which is gonna be crazy. The next 2 times I see them, they will be my most seen artist. I guess I'll just talk to you guys about my experience, what it was like having VIP. My experience at Allstate, Rosemont, the Chicago shows, and everything like that. I have some notes before I start rambling and it doesn't make any sense. But so when tickets went on sale, I was in New York City at the time, and I do have a vlog of me getting those tickets, but I was really nervous because they said that they were going to have different VIP tiers. VIP 1 was with Send Off, and I've heard from Enhypen and their fans, Send Off was just not fun. I also thought TXT and Enhypen are way too big to have a send-offs, but I digress. And then there was VIP 2. I knew Send Off was going to be super expensive, so we just didn't try for those tickets. I kind of wished that we did Send Off. It seemed pretty chill compared to other K-pop groups having Send Off, so I wouldn't have mind, but the prices were kind of insane. My sweet friend Kelly actually got in really fast and got us VIP 2, which was so nice. So yeah, thank you, Kelly. Love you. Also did get day 2 tickets as well, and we just got the 200s just because we already spent a lot on VIP 1, so we were going for the cheapest tickets. Oops. The day before I actually rode the train up. I live in St. Louis, which is 4 hours to 5 hours away from Chicago, and I have to travel to see any K-pop group pretty much. They never come to St. Louis. And honestly, the train is really nice if you don't want to drive, but for some weird reason, my train just decided it wanted to be delayed 4 hours, but it worked out in the end, and we got to Chicago. I met up with some of my MOA friends that don't live in the same area, so we're internet friends. So it was really great to see all of my friends, and we could obsess over TXT in person. So it's always really fun going to concerts, just seeing people that you haven't seen in so long. So it was really great to see them all. But so our game plan essentially was to the next day, which was Wednesday, we had VIP 2, and our game plan was to get there at 7 o'clock in the morning. I was basing all of my experience off of Yoongi, who went to Allstate the year before, and just how Army are and like where to line up and things like that. And so we also did not get an email from the VIP company at all. We didn't know like when check-in was, where things were gonna be, how it was gonna be. They just gate kept that whole information from us, and they literally only did it for Allstate. My friend who went to the LA show said she got her information 3 days before. Well, we didn't get ours until like 11 that day. So we didn't really know when check-in was. Some past days said like 10 a.m., some said 8 a.m. Ours was 1 p.m. So we got there. The line wasn't that long. Again, comparing it all to Yoongi, the line was like very, very long at 6 in the morning. But for TXT, it was not that long. We just kind of like asked around and we're like, what line is this? And they were like, oh, it's VIP 2. So we stood in line. There was a numbering system, but there was no one really around to ask who was going to be doing the fan-made line. So all these people had numbers, and then we could not find the person who was giving numbers. And so pretty much people in front of us and behind us did not have numbers. So we thought, it's okay. So we kind of just like stood in this line for a few hours. Luckily there was a Target and we could go into Target, go to the bathroom. But it was on and off raining. And by the time Allstate employees came up, they were like telling us, they were telling someone, and she was telling all of us what to do, and they kept moving us over and they kept moving us back, and then like being really confusing. They were very unorganized, but it was so chaotic to the point where I was just like over it, and I was like, I just need an official line leader, official person, and official employee to tell me what to do. Pretty much just stood in this line with the same people. We were about 200, and we found out later that the line leader actually stopped giving numbers till 200. She did not care at that point. She was just like, just stand in line, be cordial, don't cut anyone in line, things like that. So she just like kind of gave up. And I feel like if you're gonna take that responsibility of making an unofficial line and being the line leader, follow through with what you're gonna do. But we finally got put in a line, and they were like, oh, check-in is now at 1 p.m. So we were there. It was 11 o'clock and check-in was at 1 p.m. And for anyone who goes to Allstate would know that Allstate is in the weirdest location ever. It's right next to the airport. It's nowhere near downtown, and people who come probably don't have a place that they're staying. We didn't. We luckily brought our stuff. So the audacity to be like, yeah, check-in's at 1 p.m. and you have to be back in line at 3, and then you go in at 4 is like, that's not enough time to like do anything. I think because I had a horrible experience with, I guess, the last K-pop groups that would go to Allstate, they just like gate kept it for the people who actually followed the rules, and it was honestly really irritating in my opinion. So Allstate and AEG and Power, whatever your name is, please do better. I go with my friend and we go to VIP merch, and the VIP merch, there were maybe like 100 people in front of me. Everything sold out. Everything. Almost everything. All the pickets, everything. The only thing that wasn't sold out was this hoodie that I have and some lucky draws. And the GIA merch line had gone through like 10 people by the time it went through like 100 people in VIP. So imagine all the people online that were front and didn't get any of the stuff that they wanted. And people were buying a ton. I think this is one thing that annoys me about K-pop, is that they don't care about what's going on behind them. They'll just buy a ton, and then they buy for group orders and then give to people who didn't even go to the concert. I did get a hoodie. I was not about to stand in that line for 3 hours and not get something, right? So I got that. It was fine, whatever. We went to go change in the car, and more chaos, but my friend's car stopped working. It worked out in the end, but yeah, her car died, and that was something that we had to deal with, which is another reason why I stopped vlogging. But we change, we go back in the line, we wait around in the hot sun, we finally check in. They tell us that we had to be back in the line at 3, but it was like 2, so I was like, we're just gonna stand in line. We finally, after so many waiting, got let into the venue, and we got little VIP gifts, and they were MOA diaries, which was just so cute. But after this, all of the worries, all of the drama that happened, it was so great. I had such a great time. First we get in, we had probably like 3rd row on the side for the concert. And it was just so crazy to see how close the stage was. I've never seen, besides Five Sauce, I've never seen an artist that close. So it was just a really great experience seeing them that close. And soundcheck was amazing. We got so many interactions. My friend got an interaction with Subin. My other friend got an interaction with Yeonjun. It was just so great. They're such great performers, and they love MOA, and they have so much energy on stage. It's so great. And that was just soundcheck. But yeah, we finally finished soundcheck, and we waited around for the actual concert, and the concert was just chef's kiss. Like, it was so good, so great to see them so close. And the side that we picked actually was like Tan's side. He moseyed around my side the most. I'd like to say it was because of me, because I am the #1 Solomon and I missed Harry, but it was so great to see him so close. It's just so crazy to see like your old bias like in front of you, like that close. It just made me like love him and TXT more than ever before. But all the members were so different in the way that they presented themselves. It was just so great to see their different personalities like physically in your eye and not like on a camera. Subin, he makes sure that every MOA gets their money's worth. He is constantly interacting with people. It is just so cute to see. He's making sure to read all the signs, give hand hearts, smiles. It was just so cute. Yeonjun has such an amazing stage presence. Seeing him hit every single move perfectly is just amazing. He is also makes sure to give MOA like their money's worth when he interacts with them. It's so cute. Bumgyu has insane visuals, insane stage presence, and his charisma is crazy. He is constantly making faces. He's hitting everything. I have a video that maybe I'll post here of like him during Loser Lover. Like, so good. So good. Tan, very soft. He is very small faced but big eyes. His hair is just so boba. It's the best way I can explain it. He makes eye contact with everyone. He's constantly looking around. He's always trying to hype up the crowd. He's just like, I don't know, so cute. And he is like the happiest person on stage. When he's dancing, always a smile. I think my favorite part of watching him on stage was during Puma, and where they are is like a giant circle that goes in the air, and he was facing us, and it felt like he was staring me down personally. It was so cool to see him like do his thing. Kai, absolute rock star. He's so eternal. Like on stage, I'm like, that is the most beautiful person ever. Like, so beautiful. He is so confident on stage, and I loved his performance during Growing Pain. Like, rock star. Big Hit needs to have him actually play the guitar, because the level of performance and like confidence he has is just amazing. He's so cute, and he makes sure to give everyone hearts. Amazing. Like, he had so many screams. I'm so proud of him. But I don't even know. They were so good, and I know I love seeing them interact on stage with each other, which was so cute. During one of the like encore songs we got was Happily Ever After, and Bumgyu and Subin were doing it together. It was just so cute to see them like smile at each other and like interact with each other. I had a really great time, but I was so tired at the end of the concert. I don't know how people go and like do multiple send-offs and GAs, like constantly traveling. Like, I was so exhausted during day 2. At the very end of day 2 concert, I was so exhausted. I felt like sick. Had to sit most of the time, but luckily where I was sitting, like, I could see the stage because it was like at an angle, which was very nice. I'm gonna pick those spots next time. But yeah, it was also really great day 2 seeing them in the 200s, like a different point of view. I could see the full performance, the screens, everything like that. It was great to see it from 2 different perspectives. I highly recommend, if you're going to see TXT 2 times in a row, to see them like in different positions, because the difference in performance is so different from seeing on the floor versus seeing them in the 200s. But yeah, I really loved, we got Blue Springs twice, which is really great. I know that at the end of day 2 I was so exhausted and really sad that I was really exhausted and couldn't experience it to my fullest, but I'm so glad that I didn't feel that way during VIP, because the energy and the adrenaline was running high because it was so great, and I am so grateful that I was able to experience this and had the money to be able to experience this, because I know a lot of people don't have the means to do that. So I'm very grateful for all of it. And even though the line was chaotic and the line leader kind of sucked and the VIP companies kind of sucked, it honestly didn't hinder from my experience. TXT is so amazing, and they put on a great show no matter how little time they had to produce it or practice for it. They still do their absolute 110%. And yeah, I'm so proud of them, and I hope that they know that we're proud of them and that it was an amazing show. And I can't wait for more that they do. They have a Japanese comeback next month, which is really exciting. But do I have anything else? Let me look at my notes because I ramble. No, I think that was it. Yeah, pretty much like the rest of the trip was just like going to the K-pop store, lazing around. I did cry, but yeah, that was my little experience. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope that maybe next time I can actually vlog the concerts, but it's just so chaotic, and too much for my little introvert self. I was very overstimulated, but it's okay. And yeah, anyone else went to Act Promise? Comment down below what you loved about it. That is the video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in my next video, whatever that will be. Goodbye.